Hello and welcome. In today's QuickStart tutorial, we'll talk about variant groups, why they're useful, and how to create them. Let's get started. First things first, what exactly is a variant group and why are they useful? In a few words, a variant group is a collection of individual items that differ by only a few details like multi-pack quantity, size, color, material, count, flavor, shapes, and sports teams, plus lots of other possibilities. By creating and using variant groups, you can be sure that these items show together on one page on Walmart.com. Plus, it's an easy way for you to add to an item's assortment, and for customers, it creates a better shopping experience. However, variant groups can be a little tricky to master when setting up, which is why we've created this video tutorial. So here's an example. As you can see, this item varies by both size and color. They've also included color swatches. We'll show you how to create something similar later in the video. So, you may be wondering, what are the options for how you can vary items? Well, you have lots of choices. Each item category has a handful of supported options. We call these variant attribute names. To learn more about these, go to sellerhelp.walmart.com and search for variant attribute names to find a full list of names organized by category. Now that we have the basics covered, let's create a variant group. To begin, we'll first need to download the full item spec spreadsheet from Seller Center. To do this, click Add New Items in the left navigation menu. Then, click the Add Items in Bulk button and under Full Item Spec, select an item category from the dropdown. Finally, tap Download and open the spreadsheet. Before we create a group, here are a few pointers. First, each variant should have its own UPC, EAN, or GTIN to differentiate them from one another and prevent UPC mismatching. Second, each variant in a group should be set up as a separate item in the spreadsheet. For example, if you have a shirt in 2 colors and 3 sizes, each variation should be a different row in the file. Lastly, we do have some limits on how many variants you can create, as you can see here. We've created these limits to help ensure a great shopping experience for our customers. Now, let's start filling out the spreadsheet. As you add your items, you'll create and add a unique variant group ID for each variant group. To group items, all you need to do is give them the same ID. If items have different IDs, they will be in different variant groups. Next, let's select your variant attribute names. Remember, this is to categorize how your item differs. For example, if your item varies by color, you'd select the color name. To do this, choose the most fitting name from the drop-down list under Variant Attribute. If your item varies in multiple ways, click Add More to create more columns. Here's an example. This item varies by both color and size, so we chose the color and clothing size attribute names. Next up is adding swatch images to your group. If your item varies by a visual attribute like color or pattern, you can have its swatch image show as either a color swatch or tile. And if your item varies by a non-visual attribute like size or count, it'll appear as a tile. Let's add a swatch image together. First, navigate to the Swatch Images section of the spreadsheet. Then, add the appropriate variant attribute name under Swatch Variant Attribute. So, if we're adding swatch images for different colors of shirts, you'd input color. Next, we'll add the swatch image URL. These URLs must end in a JPG or PNG format and be a public link that loads as an image and not as a standard web page. For this example, we'll add swatch images for our teal and red shirts. All we need to do is add 2 different swatch image URLs, one for teal and one for red. You do not need to add unique URLs for each size. Keep in mind, if you don't add a swatch image, the variant items will appear as tiles showing their attribute name instead. Next, let's go through our primary variant feature. This enables you to control which item shows in search and on its item page. We suggest making it your top-selling or highest inventory item. To set an item as the primary variant, select Yes in the Is Primary Variant drop-down menu. Please only select Yes on one item in a single variant group. If you don't select a primary variant, we'll choose the first SKU in the group as primary. The last step is to save and upload the spreadsheet into Seller Center. To do this, go to Seller Center and click Add New Items. Tap Add Items in Bulk and then click Upload Spec. Finally, click Submit. After you submit the file, you can track its upload status on the Feed Status page in Seller Center. Once it's processed, you should be able to see your new variant group live on Walmart.com. And that's it. Thank you for watching this QuickStart tutorial. As always, if you need an extra hand, please check out our QuickStart guides, search Seller Help, or contact Partner Support for assistance.